Hello
Hello,
everyone.
guys.
Welcome back to
Yeah.
our video. Oh yeah, I froze. You should help me. Two should be better than one.
Welcome back, guys, to this video. It's a continuation of the series that we started, where we're answering questions that people asked us on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, honey. Like I feel so like you got my back 100%. So the first question we have here is what were you guys doing before you met? Like, what were you doing before you met? The question was directly sent to me. It wasn't for the one of both of us. So, and I feel like it's important for young women to know what to do before you meet your husband, what to do before you meet your life partner. So I was running a business. I was running a spa business, skincare, and all of that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really making music. So because my husband reached out to me for music,
Yeah.
I didn't say no. I didn't say, oh, I said, okay, cool, let's see how that goes. So I think it's important for women not to say no to good opportunities because I had the talent to make music, but I didn't see it at the time when my husband
And you had
met me.
stopped for some time as well. Yeah.
So I was making music, serving in church, just being around, helping out with everything I could at home and at work. So yeah,
Pretty much it.
pretty much. So Papa, let's hear.
Let me still answer that question. Yeah. Likewise, I was serving. That was the main thing for me. I was at church serving. I was the music director for my church choir.
Yeah.
So I was doing all of that, and I was doing my production as well.
Yeah, and you were rounding up with uni.
I was just about to mention that. I was just rounding up with uni where I studied music, production, and sound engineering. So I was just finishing uni then. So that was pretty much what I was doing, before we met.
Before we met. So, what were your fears or concerns about being married?
So this question was before we got married.
Yeah.
What our fears were.
Yeah, before we got married. This question was sent before we got married.
What our fears were and concerns before we got
Well,
married.
I'll say mine. Mine was the responsibility of being mommy and wifey.
That's heavy.
I feel like it's a very big position to run. Literally, your life isn't yours anymore. You have to now be accountable for every decision you make. I couldn't just wake up and leave the house anymore like I used to when I was single. So that was one concern I had. But I was so sure that going into marriage with God was going to make it easier. So we have days where now we're married, where we get back from the studio, and I literally have to beg 24 to eat what I can make. Because before we got married, we talked about it like, food and all of that. I said, I will take full responsibility for food because first I enjoy cooking and, I just love the creativity with cooking. So, but now we're married, sometimes I just get home and eat Indomie. I can't do that anymore. I have to ask 24, what do you want to eat? So, just being responsible for everybody's belly, and their well-being was a concern to me because I'd seen how much my mom served my dad, still serving. They're still happily married. They've been married for close to 45 years or more.
Yeah, and another thing is that we discussed it.
Yeah,
we spoke about it because we had to know what our strengths and weaknesses were, so that I could know the ways I can come in to help and support. So she told me about that, and I was like, sure, I'm here to support, help, to make it easier and make it less tasky.
So how was this is my question to you now. I'm sure you didn't see this coming.
No.
So how has my taking position of as a mom wife, I'm not a mom yet, but like as your wife, all the things I said I was gonna do when we get married. What do you feel like with the cooking and all of that?
Woo! It's been brilliant. No, I'm not playing. It's been brilliant, honestly. It's been fantastic.
Okay.
Should I start?
You can start.
The cooking. Literally, I really love the way she presents food to me. Like, I'm a king. I feel like a king. Like, I know that, but I feel more as a king. The presentation, the food itself, the taste. It's like she's very intentional with everything that she adds to the food too, just to make sure that it is, I'm delighted in the food.
Shout out, Mom.
So she's very talented when it comes to that. And you've been really, really excellent with, I know, we don't have kids yet, but you've been really, really excellent with all the things that you do.
It feels like we have kids. Let me tell you guys why it feels like we have kids. 24 can sometimes be a baby, but that's not even where it ends. He has this what's this thing you do every morning? Confessions. Thank you. So he has these confessions where he says, my kids will be this, I will love my kids. He literally comes to place his hand on this my tummy that looks big already. And already jumping, big head.
This kid shall be great.
He does this every morning.
This kids, even there are no kids yet, but I felt like, this is the power of confession.
I told him one day, I'm just looking forward to our children and how they will be because of how responsible you are for them, for their future. They're not even here yet and you're doing all of this. Like, it's such a blessing. I feel like I can't get used to it. I mean, we've been married for 3 months, and every morning he does this. My children shall be blessed. It just makes me blush, but whether I'm sleeping or awake. So it's so beautiful. And
to answer that question from my own side, I would say the major fear for me as well was fatherhood. So because I got
and let's not call it fear, honey. Let's call it concern.
Concerns,
I don't think anything should make us fear when we have God.
Yeah, God said, do not be afraid. I am with you.
Yes, I'm with you.
So the concern for me was fatherhood as well. Why? Because it got to a stage where I was so anxious and nervous. So I'm like, how do people get to that stage where they know that I'm ready to be a father? I'm ready to take all these responsibilities. So all of that, I was just concerned about it. But what did I do? I took it to God in prayers, and I spoke to my mentor, and he told me that everything is step by step. That I should just keep serving and keep working with God, and God is going to make it better and clearer to me. Things to do.
I'll never forget the day we were having counseling with your mentor, and he said to us, "You people should not jump and go and carry baby quick. Because it's actually something you need to be ready for, and God is always. I always tell 24." Sex doesn't give babies. It's God who gives babies. Because before then, he used to be so afraid. The first week of getting married, I'm exposing you now. The first week we got married, he was so afraid of, I told him it's God who gives babies. So don't be so scared. Enjoy your wife.
I still don't. I believe God gives baby, but biology is true. I mean, when it eats, comes baby.
I'm crying. So that's one concern we both had. And because we had it, so we were able to talk about it.
Talking about it is very important. Talking about everything, like when are we ready to have kids as well? When are you ready to? It's very important to have spoken about it. It helped us.
So how were you sure you were fully ready to get married? We answered that no.
How were you sure you were fully ready?
Okay, I was sure because I had read a lot of books on marriage messages, and I'm blessed to have my pastor share about it. It's like his major calling, marriage, relationships, and love. So I just knew all the things that needed to be in place for me to now say I want to get married. I knew I needed to make money. I knew I needed to manage and multiply money. I knew that because I wasn't gonna, become a liability. So all these things I had to put in check.
She's very good at that.
I'm not the most hardworking.
Multiplying.
I'm crying. I'm not the most hardworking, but I just knew that if I know I want to be married and happily married, then I must do what the Bible says, which is he that does not eat, let him know. He that does not work, let him not eat.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be so happy if it's always my husband doing everything. I mean, he knows his responsibilities and all of that, and I'm flexing, but I knew that I had to. It's mental. Being financially stable is actually first mental. So even when you don't have all the money in the world, if your husband says certain things to you, you won't think, oh, he's saying that because I'm not earning. I remember when we first met and I had to stop working and all of that.
Yeah.
I was deliberately making sure that he didn't give me money. It wasn't so comfortable buying data to always be on the phone to him. It wasn't so comfortable.
And guys, we spoke every day.
We spoke every day. And one thing that stood out for me was remembering how I said so many no's to you in the first phase of our relationship.
I was mad.
For instance, he was going to send me gifts when it was my birthday, all those things. I said, no. He wanted me to visit him, to come to the UK and just see him, see his family, meet everyone. I said it'd be nice, but no. Why did I say no? I didn't want any financial commitment from 24. So I deliberately made sure that 24 didn't spend money on me. It wasn't the easiest thing to do because he's a giver and he's a spender. But I was definite about, I'm not coming to the UK, sorry. Because if I come, first he'll pay the flight and all of that. Then he may want to take me shopping and all those things. Like, I didn't want to start. And he mentioned something about getting me a new phone. I was using the phone I'd used for so long. And 24 was like, oh, let me get you the newest iPhone, so you can create content, make music videos with your phone, all of that. I said, no, thank you. He was so surprised. He was so surprised because first I did a lot of things about Lagos girls. Yeah. But I'm not Lagos girl, I'm Zion girl. So I was going to, keep my standards the way they've been before I met 24. And, he didn't mind.
Because, sorry, I'll say there was a lot more reasons, why you wouldn't visit us, apart from the financial thing.
Oh, yeah.
Being Christians as well, we believe that it wouldn't be a good idea.
It wouldn't be a good idea.
At that point in time.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
where would she live? Where would she stay? We couldn't.
And obviously, I had to stay closer to you because you're the one who made me come. Yeah. So if I was going to stay with any of my family members, they were far apart or friends, they were not as close to where you lived as possible. And there would be so many commitments from you financially that I didn't want.
Yeah, and also, we just couldn't stay together in the same place. No, we couldn't. To abstain and all of that.
Yeah, and I have a friend who, she doesn't have long distance. So what she and her partner does is, they don't stay in her house all by themselves, no matter the reason. So we were more deliberate about where are we going? Yeah. Is this needed for the time we're in? So back to what I was saying. So before insisted to get me a phone and all of that, I said no. But now, guess what, guys? He's gotten the phone. We're married now and he's gotten the phone, and there's nothing as rewarding as this. Nothing. I wish I could hug every young lady out there who's probably taking gifts that they shouldn't have taken and tell you that you can absolutely do without any of those things. And if you do, you would enjoy your marriage more because your husband is assured, certain that you're not married to him because of everything he got you or because of anything. He knows you have values. Most of the times, I always say tears when my husband is talking about me because he's always referring to me as one big girl, and that's because of who I've been to him. I'm still his wife, I'm still subject to him, but the respect is just, no one's ever respected me the way you do, honey.
I think the lesson is the lesson for young people and people listening, people watching as well, is that when you know where you're going to, you wouldn't jeopardize that for.
Yes, there's this illustration of if you know Lagos very well. If I'm going towards the island and you come to me and say you're going to Badagry, there is no way I can follow you because I don't know that there's any way that leads to the island from Badagry. So I'd rather face here, even though it's a free ride. I won't follow you because it's still not my destination. that has sort of kept me focused.
Mm-hmm.
So focused, so focused. So for every time that, because when we were dating, 24 was going to come to Lagos and all of that. So we literally planned our everyday. Oh, your mom is calling me. So we really planned our everyday and everything. So he inserted in one of the days that we'll go swimming on this day. I just replied to that one. I said, Mba. Because Mba is no in my language, and that's like the first word 24 learned, Mba. Because he's my friend and I respect him so much. But when he doesn't favor me, I'm so quick to tell him Mba.
Yeah.
And he says, that Mba always sounds like big no.
It's stronger than a normal no. It's bigger.
But I would always say Mba to 24, and that's kept us, in check.